Today I wanted to talk about a topic that many of my subscribers have probably experienced: learning plateaus. Maybe despite all the hard work you're putting in, you feel like you're stuck and you aren't making any progress. If this is the case, then you're probably in the middle of a learning plateau. But don't worry, this is completely normal, and the good news is there are ways to overcome it. In this video, I'll talk about the causes of learning plateaus, how to recognize them, and most importantly, practical strategies to help you break through them and continue your progress toward English fluency. A learning plateau is that frustrating period in your language learning journey where it feels like you've hit a wall. Perhaps you're doing everything you're supposed to, studying regularly, doing worksheet after worksheet, and paying attention in class, but you're just not making the same progress that you once did. Hitting a learning plateau is a lot like riding a stationary bike at the gym. Your legs are moving and you're putting in a lot of effort, but you aren't going anywhere. So how do you know if you've hit a plateau? Well, there are several signs. You might notice that you're using the same vocabulary words and phrases over and over again, even though you've learned more advanced words. Another sign is being comfortable with everyday English conversations like ordering a drink at a cafe, but struggling when the topic becomes more specialized, like when it comes time to speak English at a dental clinic. You might also notice that you keep making the same grammar mistakes even though you understand the rules when completing them in written exercises like in a grammar textbook. The problem is that you aren't naturally applying what you've learned in the classroom into your real-life conversations. It's important to understand that hitting a plateau doesn't mean that you've stopped learning. Your brain is just taking a break to catch up. Some people might get stuck for a few weeks and others struggle for months, but this is not a sign of failure. It's just a short pause in your noticeable improvement. Understanding this can help you stay motivated and eventually push through to the next level of your English proficiency. Now let's talk about why learning plateaus happen in the first place. One of the most common reasons is getting too comfortable. Once you've reached a level where you can handle everyday situations like ordering food, making small talk, or communicating at work, it's easy to stay there because it feels safe and comfortable. At this point, you might not even feel the need to put in any more effort. Another reason is a lack of challenging input. If you're always watching the same types of YouTube videos, reading books at the same difficulty level, or having conversations about the same topics, your brain isn't being pushed to grow. Your progress slows down because you aren't exposing yourself to anything new. Another major factor is lower motivation as time goes on. When you start learning English, everything is new and exciting. You see rapid progress, learning new words, mastering basic grammar, and successfully holding your first conversation. But as time goes on, these important milestones become less and less frequent. Because these milestones are less frequent and less obvious, it becomes harder to notice these small improvements, making it feel like you're not improving at all. You may also hit a plateau when you get busy in your life outside of learning English. Many learners can't dedicate as much time to English as they once did. Without consistent, focused practice, it's easy to hit a plateau. Another overlooked reason is a lack of authentic, real-world language experience. You might be studying regularly, but if you're not speaking with others or engaging with real-world English content, you're missing crucial language learning opportunities. Textbook English can only take you so far. At some point, you need to experience the language as it's actually used. Sometimes plateaus happen because of bad learning strategies. What worked for you as a beginner might not be the best approach as an intermediate or advanced speaker. Many learners continue using the same study methods without realizing that different stages of language learning require different strategies. As your language improves, you might also become more self-conscious about making mistakes, leading to a more cautious approach when it comes to speaking or writing. This fear of taking risks can slow your progress and keep you stuck at your current level. Similarly, focusing too much on one aspect of language learning while ignoring others can also lead to plateaus. For example, you might be great at grammar exercises but struggle in a real-life conversation. An imbalanced learning approach can significantly slow down your overall English language development. Now let's discuss some powerful strategies to break through these learning plateaus. One of the most effective strategies is surrounding yourself with English throughout your day. You don't need to move to an English-speaking country to do this. Instead, change your phone's settings to English, follow social media accounts of English speakers, and swap your usual entertainment for English language TV shows, movies, video games, and books. These small changes will significantly increase your daily English exposure. Another strategy is creating a month-long challenge for yourself. Pick one specific area of English to improve and commit to practicing it daily for a month. You might record yourself speaking for 3 minutes, write a journal entry, or learn 5 new phrasal verbs each day. A focused approach like this can help you break out of your plateau. Additionally, push yourself beyond your comfort zone when choosing learning materials. Instead of sticking with content at your current level, follow the 70-30 rule. Spend 70% of your time with slightly challenging materials and 30% of your time with significantly advanced content. This could mean watching movies without subtitles, reading more complex articles, or having conversations about specialized topics. Also, switching up your learning methods can help you regain your interest in learning. If you've been relying on textbooks, try podcasts or YouTube. If you usually study alone, join an online language exchange group or find a study buddy. And while you're at it, don't set vague goals. Instead of something like improve speaking, challenge yourself to use 3 new idioms each week or have a 5-minute conversation about current events. These concrete goals make it easier to track progress and stay motivated. Another great way to push yourself is to explain something in English that you'd usually describe in your native language. For example, you could teach your child how to tie a tie in English or explain a traditional recipe to a language partner. Teaching forces you to understand language more deeply. You can also try practicing multiple language skills at once. For example, after watching a movie, you can write a review and record yourself summarizing the plot. After reading a book, you can write a reflection and discuss it with a friend. Challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone at least once per day. This might mean using English in new situations or working through more difficult material. Remember, plateaus don't last forever. They're just a natural part of your English learning journey. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, see them as signs that you're ready for your next big leap forward. So if you feel stuck, don't just wait for progress to happen, make it happen. Try one of the strategies from today's video and challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Every small step you take brings you closer and closer to becoming the confident English speaker you want to be. Have you ever hit a learning plateau? What helped you break through it? Let me know in the comments, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit those outstanding like and subscribe buttons. See you in the future.